If you got to pick out of all the millions of movies, one to join as yourself and become a part of the world, what would it be? The only caveat is you don't get to be a wizard, a knight, or a Jedi. You're just you. Changes things. Join us this week on the Into Geek podcast as we discuss that. We also talk about the PlayStation 5 convention, Disney Plus, and we recap Lovecraft Episode 6. All that and more on this week's episode. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Fellow geeks, welcome back to the Into Geek podcast. As always, I am Andrew, joined by Chase.
Hello.
We have a lot of stuff going on today. This week's episode, we have a small bit of like comic book news, medium stuff, and then the Sony convention happened, all about PlayStation, and then we're doing a new, I don't want to say it's a game, but like a new theory, I guess. Yeah. And that is, we're going to discuss what movie that we would like to live in. But the caveat is you have to be yourself. So, like, you don't get to be a Jedi and be in Star Wars. You would just be like a janitor or something, or whatever, on like the Death Star. So, and then we will do episode 6 recap of Lovecraft Country, which is like a really strange episode.
It was different.
It was different. It felt almost out of pace.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
But we don't have time. We have to just get right into it.
Okay, let's go.
So, we're gonna start. You were a little concerned that you didn't know if Harley Quinn would be a season 3.
I was,
and your dreams were answered. You got your,
I'm excited.
Christmas present early, I guess, or whatever.
Yes.
Have you finished both seasons?
No, I'm almost done with season 2.
Okay.
I just got a couple episodes, but I'm just watching. So much has been coming out lately with The Boys, which I hadn't got a chance to even watch that yet, and I love that first season.
I'm trying to like wait.
I'm waiting
as long as I can. Yeah, but you know, it's apparently they're getting like heavy. It's called review bombing or something. Yeah. So a lot of fans are mad that it's not currently all like 8 episodes are out. Currently.
Oh yeah.
So they are giving them purposely 1 stars as opposed to like 5.
It's like the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, because even though it's still awesome, they're mad that like it's not.
I need all 8 episodes now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I agree it sucks because like I want to watch it or whatever. But I mean, like, you know, it is what it is. I mean,
for the last 60 years, like that's how we watch television. 1 week an episode came out. The next week you watched another episode, and then you waited years before it would ever be on.
At least with Disney Plus, they've already set that like precedent. Where with the like Mandalorian, so now we know going forward it's going to be like 1 a week as opposed to thinking like it's like Netflix or something or whatever. Speaking of Disney Plus, some news came out of that. We found out who the new She-Hulk is going to be, and if you're an Orphan Black fan, you'll probably be pretty excited. I don't know if I can say her name correctly, but it's Tatiana Maslany, I think.
I don't know her, so
yeah. Me and my wife watched the first 2 seasons, and she's really talented. It's a pretty cool show. It's basically like she's a clone, and there's like 8 or 9 of her, and so she plays like 8 different characters, whatever and stuff. So I'm interested to see. What's crazy though is so when the news broke, I went to the comment section, and there's people like, man, she's not big enough to be She-Hulk. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, as if Mark Ruffalo's like 12 feet tall or something. Like, huh? So I mean, like, it's like somehow people still don't get that they change into like a character.
See, I think they were thinking like, because she doesn't change, does she? She-Hulk is always She-Hulk.
Well, not always.
Like I'm pretty sure she is
here recently.
Maybe they've changed that, like in recent, but like when I grew up, She-Hulk. I mean, she was a lawyer and she was green. She wore a pantsuit and she went to work.
But I mean, like, so you can make her green still. And then when she hulks up, then like she actually grows or something.
I mean, yeah, you could. There's a lot of ways they can go with it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I mean, there's a whole bunch they got to explain of how she becomes She-Hulk, and they got to do a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like folks want to get like really big female fighters to play her, and I'm like, I don't want like a really bad actress when you can just like put like effects.
They kept saying Alison Brie. Alison Brie is not very big.
I'm so glad it's not her. I'm good. I mean like I love her from like Community and Glow. She's good, but I didn't want to. But also Disney Plus, the trailer dropped for WandaVision. And it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
It does. It looks very different, which I'm excited. It has a very Twilight Zone style effect.
I just hope it's geared for adults. It's not like they're not going to kind of make it kid friendly because it's Disney Plus. Like,
Well,
I want it to be like she's kind of going mad in her mind creating this
yeah,
world.
but I mean,
and
like,
stuff.
what gives you the impression that it would be for kids?
Just the idea of like, I mean, it's showing like very campy, like they're in the 50s or whatever.
Yeah, but I
and
mean,
stuff.
like kids today aren't even going to get any of those references. I mean, like that's
Kids
all
are
for
smart,
us.
man.
No, they don't. They haven't seen
Lucy.
Lucy, or Dick Van Dyke, or like I Dream of Jeannie.
Have you seen Lucy or Dick Van Dyke?
Dude, I grew up on that stuff. With
All in the Family.
No. Nick at Night.
Oh, okay.
Where it was all that stuff, like back to back. Green Acres is the place, like that. Flipper,
Mr.
Lassie,
Ed.
Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
Insert Dave Chappelle joke here. And then moving on from WandaVision. So because they cast She-Hulk, I believe Moon Knight is the only person left that doesn't have an actual actor for it. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to like toss out a name that we would like it to be. So who was your actor?
You're gonna hate it. I know you're because you love Moon Knight. That's one of your favorites.
If it's like Nicolas Cage, I mean,
it's
like,
no,
I might come across this table.
It's not Nicolas Cage. It is actually Shia LaBeouf.
Why is that popular right now?
I don't know. I just like the idea because I think Moon Knight's kind of a crazy character.
He is.
And Shia LaBeouf's kind of a crazy character himself. So it's like, and like I do respect him for the point of he wants to be like a serious actor and like really gets into his roles and stuff. And
He probably shouldn't have done Transformers then.
Oh, I mean, that was just for the cash, baby. That was for the cash. But like, I mean, I could see him kind of doing. Only problem I would have is he's like 5'9", which might be okay. I mean, they make Tom Cruise look taller and stuff. So, that was my guess.
I have been thinking this for a long time. I would cast Remy Malek.
I thought about that.
He is amazing in the show
iRobot.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
He's not
Actually, Shia LaBeouf was in iRobot.
He was actually, yeah. Malik is able to pull off schizophrenia very, very well. He's super intense. He's an amazing actor. Moon Knight is that. So I would love to see him doing that. And plus, once the costume's on, man, he's getting like a normal actor to do all
kind of like how they did the Mandalorian. Just have you do the voice.
Yeah. Apparently, Pedro Pascal might be pulling out of all that. Yeah, that they had like a falling out or something, or whatever.
He probably was like, "It's pretty big. I want some more money."
Maybe I don't know, but that's all. But we don't have time to even talk about Moon Knight, which sucks. But so we're moving on to the big PlayStation event happened. That dropped, I think, like 4 days ago.
Yeah, something like that.
And good and bad. Good because we find out the price.
Bad because we can't afford it.
Well, no. I mean, like it's
not that bad. It's really
as much as the PS4 was,
yeah,
which is fine. The problem is that people have already gotten all the pre-orders, and so now,
like I was actually happened to be up at that time when it went on sale, and like I was like just trying. I didn't even know it was going on sale. I thought it happened earlier that day when all the announcements came out, and it was like it came out at 1:00 in the morning, maybe 1:30. They were like, I was trying and couldn't get anything.
It happened at like 9:30.
Oh, okay.
And the site crashed. I mean, like it was nuts. And what's crazy about it though is that Sony wanted to do it the next day. Everybody else jumped on it, and so now you have all these people that bought up all the fucking pre-orders, and so now the like underhanded market is going to be like just raising all the fucking prices. So now it goes from $4.99 to on eBay you can get it for like $800 or something, whatever, So
which I mean. Hopefully they're going to get more in. I'm going to wait. I'm not. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to spend $800.
Well, I mean, like, God, man, we're so old. When the PlayStation 2 happened, there was also problems with shortages and everything.
I remember people were in line. Which one called at like Best Buy and stuff, and waiting hours to get in to try to get one.
Yeah.
I remember your wife did that actually. Yeah.
No. And that was for the PS4. I'm talking about,
that's what I'm saying for the PS4.
For the PS2, so because of the shortages, I actually I had a contest on like a local radio station here. It was like a can drop. So the person who and I got like the most cans got this PS2 voucher, right? So me and a friend went door to door and actually try to get cans, right? So
What did you say to these people? It's like, hey, can I have a can?
well,
of
I forget exactly
peas?
what the can drive it was for, or whatever. But I like I just told them that, right? So I did that for like maybe like 2 or 3 hours, whatever. Drove them up to the thing. I get there, I've got like maybe 120 cans or something, right?
Yeah.
Other people just bought all their cans, and so I pull up, and this guy's got like 1,000. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so far behind. But I told the guy running the contest, he put me on the like radio for it, and so it was me like talking about what was going on, whatever. A lady heard me on the radio and drove up, and she gave me her like 1,000 cans. So like and like told me, hey, like just like tell them that I thought like we're family or something, whatever. So I was up like 200 cans. Dude's friend pulled up and literally was like 5 minutes ago with like 1,000 more or something, whatever. And so like, I lost the guy there. The host was like, hey man, like that was really cool of you. So we'll find you like something else. I never heard from him again.
That radio station is probably not even here anymore.
So a whole bunch of games were leaked. Most notably, I think that the new like Miles Morales, which looked really really cool.
It looks like it's going to play a lot like the Spider-Man game that came out on PS4.
So you beat that and everything, right?
Did not beat it all. The one problem I have with those kind of games is it's very repetitive. Like you just get the same missions and you're doing the same thing. The story's fun. It's a lot of fun. The way like Spider-Man swings through the city is great. The city's beautiful. It's a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
But like I wish it had a little bit more open world, Grand Theft Auto. Like I can break away from the story and do whatever I like, which you can, but there's just nothing to do other than swing. Like in Grand Theft Auto, at least I'd be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to save it, and I'm going to go kill some people, and jump. You can't do anything like that in a Spider-Man game.
I was I wanted to play it, but I never got around to it because that like I got God of War and you got Spider-Man, so we were going to switch at some point, but just never happened. Speaking of God of War, part 2 of that is supposed to come out. Or I guess I'm saying part 2. It's like Ragnarok, I think. Which it's mainly just a teaser. It was just like the like words popped up or whatever for it, so you didn't get any actual gameplay. I think the one that was really breaking the internet for everybody was the new like Harry Potter game, which you don't care about.
I don't,
but your wife cares.
Oh, my wife, yeah.
So I mean, like both of y'all have PS4s, so I wonder. So like, are you gonna have like 2 like in PS5s?
Probably. It depends. I mean, it depends if we can get 2 PS5s. I mean,
right.
That'd be the problem. If we can get one, we'll be happy. But
because like she tends to play the games that are more story based, and like you don't really get into that type of stuff. Like she really liked
Red Dead Redemption 2
and Fallout.
Yeah, I like Fallout 4 is actually pretty good. But she likes all the stuff with the side quest and just doing all like trying to 100% complete the game and stuff. I like to more imagination. Like I want to create it myself. Like that's why I like in Madden and stuff like that. Like I want to make my own team and just do it all myself, kind of.
But okay, so my theory for Harry Potter is I think it's going to be almost like an MMO. But I think what it's going to be is the first couple of hours, the tutorial is your guys at Hogwarts, right? And so all the classes is them teaching you like how to like spells and make potions and so I think basically you go there, pick your house, and then you pick like your like school like major or whatever, if it's like potions or whatever, and then your guy like leaves school, and then that's the actual game. Okay. Is you actually out like in the world doing like quests and things like that and stuff.
I mean, they'll probably have it also like whatever house you choose, like Gryffindor is going to be good at this for the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like there's probably like stats and stuff, and each school has like certain bonuses towards like like certain things or whatever. And then what I'm worried about is if like I pick Ravenclaw and you're Slytherin, are we able to like play the game together, or is it all like a house faction?
I have no clue. I mean, it could be a house faction. I'm pretty sure they'll make it where you can play together. It might even be better that you have like one person from each house, because it's like having a role in each game. I don't want
to just play with just like that one house or whatever.
I don't know, but I bet Hufflepuffs are healers.
They're just cannon fodder.
Yeah.
Besides that, the new Call of Duty looked pretty cool. I haven't bought any new Call of Duty games since. Oh my god, the one with Kevin Spacey, I think, or whatever. It scarred me for life.
That one got canceled.
So this one's set in the 80s for the Cold War. It looked pretty cool. Then we got another one of the new Resident Evil. It's called Village. That looked pretty creepy. But I haven't played, man, Resident Evil, I think since part 5, and this is part 8, I believe. So it's like, I don't know.
Actually, I've never seen one of the movies.
Really?
I've never seen one of the movies.
What?
I mean, the history of like video games turned into movies is awful, and like I just never cared to see it.
Yeah, I mean, like they're not great, but I mean, like they're better than like Street Fighter and stuff or whatever.
I mean, like I think the last one I saw was like Silent Hill.
Okay.
And that was like
It's
the
not
power
it's,
went out in the theater, and they're like, "Be back on in 20 minutes." We're like, "Can we just get a refund because this is god awful," and I left.
Besides that, there's a bad game called like Deathloop. I wasn't too much into that. There's a new Oddworld coming out. I wasn't really into that, but I mean, like if you're like a fan of platformers, I think you'll like Oddworld. Five Nights at Freddy. There's finally a new one of those coming out, which I've watched people play on like
Which
Twitch
one's
and
that?
stuff. Five Nights at Freddy is you're like a new night guard at this like haunted like Chuck E. Cheese,
Okay.
and so you have to basically watch and make sure that the ghosts take over all of the like mascots, and then they'll like try like and like find you like and murder you. So you have to like watch them on the cameras because as long as as they're like on the cameras or whatever that they can't move. But the problem is that like if you see one over here and then you get pop back real quick, pop back and it's gone or whatever, and so it's basically like each night gets like harder and harder and harder. This one looks a little bit more like interactive, so I'm wondering what's all up with it. You got a new Dark Souls game. It's gonna be called Demon Souls. I thought it was really appropriate that the person playing the game died because it's such a hard game. It looked really cool, but it's so. If you think Avengers is hard, like that game is purposely unforgiving, and it's like if we're playing D&D and the person running the game is just specifically like targeting you nonstop, trying to like ruin everything for you. That's that game, and the fan base.
We know people like that.
The fan base or whatever loves that, and like.
I mean, it does make it, I'm sure, more challenging, and like you can be like, I finally did it. You know,
I downloaded Bloodborne and I played it for like an hour straight. Right, there's no saves or anything. Right, so at some point, I mean, it's hard to get to like saves, or whatever. And I'm doing all these things. I progressed, and then some guy hopped out and stabbed me in the back and killed me, and it started me all the way back over. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done."
I tried. Fortnite apparently is also coming out with it or whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? I'm shocked that people even play that still anymore because I mean, like,
I mean, it is fun to play. I mean,
yeah, but their audiences are so young that their taste is going to flip very very quickly or whatever. So it's like
I don't know. Fortnite does a really good job of like branding with other stuff. Like they do stuff with the
Marvel,
Avengers,
yeah.
and like they have other stuff they do, and it does probably, I guess, bring new life to the game and stuff like
Maybe.
that.
I mean,
I did play when like you could be Thanos, and that was pretty cool.
yeah, I don't know. And then what's really cool is they're gonna have a whole bunch of like pre-bundle stuff that when you buy it, there's like you can like download.
You get the PlayStation Plus collection.
So like you don't really have to like buy games. I mean, like you could just because like a lot of these are really really cool.
Yeah, I mean you get like what Mortal Kombat 10, Gears of War, Monster Hunter World.
Yeah. Bloodborne, which I had like already said or whatever.
Yeah, Batman Arkham Knight. So it's a lot of good games. Final
Persona
Fantasy
5
15
is on there. Yeah. So I mean, like a lot of those are really cool. Detroit,
Yeah.
which I've downloaded, man. I keep wanting to start, but I know that it's so long. I'm just like whatever. So like I just haven't gotten into it yet, but it looks really cool. So I think it's neat that those are all free too. So
Yeah.
so it's like the day one you get that stuff.
Well, I mean, you have to pay for the PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, but I mean that's like
you're going to have to do that anyway.
anyways. Yeah. Especially you'll have to do that if you get the other PS5, which is only $3.99. That's only like downloads.
Yeah.
So that one doesn't come with the like normal disc tray. It's $100 cheaper, but you literally have to download everything on your system, which also means that you can't play your Blu-rays and stuff or anything.
Now, do you think that could be like people were saying when this announcement was made that like GameStop's done? People are going to be buying this $3.99 system.
Yeah.
And do you think, GameStop will be done or?
I mean, like the main reason GameStop hasn't died yet is they still buy games.
Yeah.
So I mean, like that they still have this like system going on or whatever. Eventually, if the downloadable games can be resold or something or whatever, or like, do I could turn those back in for like like I'll tell you, like if I have like Batman 5 and then Batman 6 comes out, if it lets me give you back Batman 5 or something or whatever, then like maybe that they'll like be gone.
I don't think that will ever.
I don't think so either. Yeah. So I mean I don't know. I think like GameStop. I mean because they closed down like a lot of their stores.
I do know they do sell a lot more merchandise now.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's like a hot topic.
Yeah.
And then finally, Final Fantasy 16 is also in there, which is a huge fucking disappointment. Stop. It's not. Dude, I hate it because it's not Devil May Cry. It's not God of War. It's not a hack and slash game. Stop making a fucking hack and slash game. Like I miss turn based strategy, man. Like it began like that. If I can cut its teeth like that or whatever, and now because this next generation has a fucking like ADD or whatever, that they have to make it this like terrible button masher. It looks really cool. I won't be getting it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to sit there like and hit fucking like 5,000 over and over and over and over again. So,
what about the Cyberpunk 2077 Keanu Reeves game?
I mean that'll be out on like PS4 also. I mean like
Oh well.
yeah. I mean like that's been pushed back twice this year already, so eventually it'll come out and it looks really cool. I wish that had co-op, but I think it's just like a linear single player mode or whatever. But that'll be like they've worked on that I think for like 6 years now or something, whatever. And like it's gotten so much flack for how sexually fucking mature it is. Like in the game, it lets you make like your own penis and stuff, and like
That's what everyone wants. Every gamer wants that.
It's insane.
It'll be sex machine.
Yeah. So moving on from that, we're gonna go into this new. I don't know how to explain it.
It's just a theory of like.
It's not really a game.
It's not a game. No. There's no winners here.
It's like a movie discussion.
Yes.
I guess. We were talking, and we were basically wondering what would be our favorite world to be in, but then we thought it'd be fun if we didn't get to be special in the world. We just got to be us.
So like, yeah, you're not going to choose like, or if you choose Avengers and you want to be in the Marvel universe, you have no powers.
Yeah, your best bet there is to get a job at Shield.
Yeah.
But basically, like, so if you pick Harry Potter, that's fine, but you're just like a Muggle.
Yeah, I live in America, and I don't.
Or I mean, so like we asked a couple of people online about this, and we heard.
I don't know if they got the total concept of it. Our first person, Daryl, said Lord of the Rings. I would hate to live in Lord of the Rings
because like I'm not athletic as is, and like have to best people like in hand to hand combat. I would die
unless you're rich. Like
which I'm not.
Yeah, you got a crappy house.
But also you're living in a time of like terror as well, because like there's just like there's like this fucking floating eye in the sky. So I mean like. Your only hope is that your like Hobbit friend actually makes it across the world to like drop off a fucking magical ring. Like, I don't know. I think I would just be like a guy in a bar there still. So, except I have a sword.
Yeah,
which might be better. I don't know. And then we heard.
We got Court who said Minority Report. I like what he was thinking. It's kind of what I'm choosing to. It's he's going for future. He wants the technology.
Yeah.
So that's. I mean, I can understand that.
But
people were talking about the pre-crime. Oh, that's only in D.C.
Yeah, but like,
hey, if you don't live in D.C., it doesn't affect you.
What if I go on like a road trip?
don't go to D.C.
I actually go like near D.C. and they're like, oh my god, this guy in 5 years is gonna do something.
Are you going to do something?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
And then we had girl Rachel chose Gilmore Girls,
which that's a show though.
My guess is she just wants to go to the town that show takes place and like meet. I thought it would be weird, like if you chose a show like that and you went to it and you know everyone because you watch the show, so you know everything that's happened in their lives, but they don't know who the hell you are.
What's funny is that when we were talking about originally I was thinking like, man, like if we also did TV, I would love to like be like The Office and like go work at like in Dunder Mifflin or something or whatever. And then I was like, you only get to see all the fun parts, like.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to see why all of them hate Michael or whatever. So I'm sure, like, there's a lot of days that are just, like, awful, whatever. So I have some runners-up.
Okay.
Because I didn't know what things were, like, contingent on.
Yeah, I understand that.
So my first one, I really thought about doing, like, Scott Pilgrim. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do this because it's such this, like, fantastical world where like like coins exist and like
Exactly,
it's almost like being in like a video game, right? But my knowledge of movies and video games would be like actually like helpful there and stuff or whatever. There's like fantastical fight scenes happening, but I'm not good at music, so I wouldn't be able to like fully.
Oh, you don't have to play in a band.
I guess yeah, but if I don't, then I'm sort of like Scott's friends or something or whatever.
I mean,
I don't know. So I was like, I don't know about that. And then I thought maybe Vanilla Sky, only because the idea that I could, when I die, live in like a perfect world in my head, and so I still have consciousness. Makes me not feel scared all the time when I die. It's just darkness. But then I thought, well, that costs a lot of money, so I probably wouldn't be able to actually afford it in the movie world or whatever. I thought a movie like I almost went with Luke Wilson's movie Idiocracy because that's
actually pretty good.
I would be the most.
Smartest man on the planet.
Right? But the problem is that I would get my ass kicked all the time because everybody there is so like physically dominant or whatever and stuff. So I'd be really smart, but I would end up in jail or something. But then like I could just like escape it, I guess, because like he just goes and goes back out. No, I was already in there, man.
Yeah.
I had the Watchman, but that was contingent on if the television show was also allowed to be canon with it. Because I'll explain it to you, whatever. Okay. So superheroes existed, but they're just normal people, right? Technology is advanced, so there's like hybrid vehicles. There's like all types of like futuristic stuff going on. So like, but it's not so futuristic that it's not like outlandish or whatever. America has given out reparations, so they've done right towards like the like black community or whatever. So Robert Redford is president. So there's all these like really great things. We know that aliens exist. There's all the super rich people like Jeff Bezos actually act like fucking Lex Luthor and stuff or whatever. So
you want that to happen?
I don't know. So it has like just enough of that like fun comic book edge, but there's no fear of Ultron blowing up the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? So
in the TV show, is Dr. Manhattan at all in it?
He is, but like towards the end, right? So, but the show,
is he gonna blow up the whole world?
Everybody thinks he goes to Mars or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So he's the only hero. So, and then also, if I just worked out enough and trained hard enough, I could buy a fucking cape and go like fight crime or whatever and stuff, and people would just think it was normal.
You're not gonna live in that world very long.
So that was close. The movie Westworld. Only, but it was contingent on if I could show up before things get bad. So if I get to show up like a year before this terrible fucking revolt happens, and I could just like run around like and shoot folks and like have sex and like have fun or whatever, then I would pick it definitely, or whatever. But otherwise, if I have to live during the uprising of fucking robots, I don't want to live in that part at all. And then it was very close. I almost picked Last Action Hero.
I thought about that one myself
because it's almost cheating because you get to go in like every movie
exactly
after
yeah
that.
I thought about that.
But then I wasn't sure if the ticket was a one-time use or whatever, and so then it's like I don't know if it works, and so I decided not to go with that. However, what was your actual pick for yourself?
For myself is actually Ready Player One.
That's hysterical. That's also my pick.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought the Oasis is like the greatest invention in the world.
Yeah, that's mine also.
Did you know this?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just like, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus everything like is set, like the contest, everything's all in this 80s
Yeah,
thing.
I agree.
It's so I was like, I got to do this.
Everything you're saying is exactly why I also picked it.
It took a while too.
Because I don't like the movie.
I like the movie. I like the movie and the book.
The book's okay. But I agree. It's everything that I would want because in this world, it matters being good at games. So, and technology is so advanced that like it's almost like its own like economy and stuff, whatever. So if you wanted to, you could do everything in that world by itself, and that's your job.
Yeah.
And like you could go like and like to do jobs for folks. So it's everything that I would want. The problem is that outside of that, it's kind of like dystopian a little
It
bit.
is bad, but I mean, if you watch the movie and read the book and stuff like that, like as bad as it is, and people are poor, especially in Cleveland. I just wouldn't want to live in Cleveland.
Fucking Browns,
but
man.
like,
It's just like never getting better.
But like they all could afford the stuff for the Oasis.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they put their money to and stuff. But like everyone had access to.
Plus,
it and stuff.
I mean, once like Wade won the contest and
I'm sure,
got that money, whatever. I'm sure he put that money into other things, whatever. But you know, I totally agree that's what I also ended up on or whatever. Yeah. And I almost picked that one for you. I was like, it was close.
That's funny.
I did.
That is funny.
But yeah, no, I agree. It has everything that I like. Other things that I think are important towards like our culture is in there, whatever and stuff. And like it looks fun. You can be like anybody inside of like Oasis. And then in the book it talks about there's like thousands of worlds of every movie and stuff, every other game. So yeah, I thought that would be great.
I asked some people, you know, like this question and. To see what like other people were thinking. Like one girl at my work, she chose Mad Max, and I was like, "That's the worst thing I've ever heard."
Every Armageddon movie hit my mind. I was like, no fucking way.
I asked one guy, and he said Back to the Future, and I thought about Back to the Future, and I was like, "Hold on,
Back to the Future 1?
Yes.
Part 2 is where
I'd
rather live. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too. But his whole thing was he was just going to go to Hill Valley, kill Marty McFly, and take the time machine and do whatever he wants. I was like, well, that's one way you could do it. Like I was like, he said, I'll get the time machine or the train.
No. See, like if he does that, then he's not gonna be friends with Doc.
He doesn't have to be friends with Doc.
He does have to be friends with Doc because Marty fucks up the car on his first jump, and he needs him to actually get back. But so as soon as this fucking murdering hobo jumps through time first, his car's gonna break.
But I mean, all you have to do is just wait, and then when they're sitting there and like Doc's revealing at the end of the movie that he's wearing a bulletproof vest, the car's just sitting there, just jump in the car and go off. Boom.
Yeah. So I mean, like he would have to like befriend Marty McFly, I think.
True. But I thought that one was pretty interesting.
All right, so we each picked one for ourselves, and then we thought it'd be funny to pick one for the other person or whatever. So what do you think I was
actually, you said it already. I actually picked Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim, yeah.
I thought the whole video game stuff like that, it was perfect for you. But since you kind of chose that a little bit, like you thought about that one, I got one you didn't think about.
Okay.
And I'm going to put you in the draft day universe. Okay.
The Browns
actually make some good picks. They might be got Kevin Costner doing his thing. Mac, no matter what, Dante Mac, no matter what.
That's funny. So I also thought of draft day almost for you as well. My original pick for you that I didn't do. Okay, so my pick for you was contingent on the fact that we could be certain ages, right? So I needed you to be like age 16. I was going to pick Varsity Blues because you were in high school.
I do not want your life.
So it has sports or whatever. You played sports in high school, so you would have made the team. In this small town, you're like a god there, and like everybody thinks you're awesome. So it's like all the chicks or whatever, all the guys are giving you beer and stuff, whatever. And then even when you're done, you get to like hang there and just talk about being awesome at football or whatever and stuff and everything. So I thought that would hit a lot of bubbles, but because I can't make you 16 again, I think you now. In the movie for Roadhouse, you get a bartending job at fucking Double Deuce or whatever, and it's just like you and Dalton hanging out, man. Like you can maybe hop in there every once in a while, fucking duke it up a little bit. But
probably not. He kicked my ass.
Not with him. No. But like you, Sam.
Can I go on a break? Can I do that?
You just get fired.
Yeah.
What was the?
Oh, we also picked movies that we would not want to live in that world, which is so many of them. I thought about the Marvel universe for a second, and one thing I did like about it was like Thanos snap people. Probably no coronavirus in that. Like that never probably happened, which is good. But even in the Marvel universe, there's no Captain America, no Iron Man. I don't want to live there anyway. But
it's just dangerous all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I actually chose the universe I do not want to live in is the Purge.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm a wuss. Okay, I do not want to spend extra money locking up my house one day a year to protect my wife and kids and stuff, and just pray nothing happens. And I don't know, it's just like that would be like I would be so scared every year for that one day.
Which is weird coming from you because you're like a D&D fucking murder hobo. So
yes, but
so
I don't have.
You would think that you would be like really into the Purge.
No. I like
go act out your
real life
on people.
That's why I do it in D&D. Okay, it's a fantasy.
This beer is too much.
Purge is real, man. I can't do it. Nope.
Mine was like I immediately thought of like Armageddon movies because I'm not in great shape. So like so running's gonna be out of the picture. So I can't do like World War Z, Mad Max. I would be somebody's bitch so fast in Mad Max. It's not even funny. I would.
You'd be the Gimp.
It would be terrible. So I had to think. Okay, so it has to be a Armageddon movie. But what's my other biggest fear, Chase?
Actually, I thought about this maybe before you. Sharks.
Sharks, right?
Yes.
So what movie is Armageddon and also
Sharknado?
No. Waterworld.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole fucking world is an ocean.
Yeah,
the monsters are as big as houses and shit and everything. And then Kevin Costner's around, and it's just like
you don't like Kevin Costner? Is that the reason?
I can't swim that well. So like so if my survival was all about my like boating skills or whatever. Oh God, it would be terrible. So I mean,
Sharknado probably wouldn't be good for you either, though.
You just go inland enough, and it's fine or whatever. But like with Waterworld, it's just it's awful.
Yeah,
all the time.
And people are like, "Hey, you just want a free trip to Florida?" Fuck that, I ain't going. I know what world I'm in.
So our favorite movie world would be Ready Player One. That's so funny.
That is funny.
It makes sense though.
Yeah.
Moving on. Lovecraft episode 6. Meet me in Daegu? Daegu?
I can't pronounce that.
Daegu? Daegu? I don't know.
Dago?
I don't think it's Dago. This was a flashback episode. What did you think?
It was a little slow.
Yeah.
I will say this: Jamie Chung is so beautiful. Like she's so.
You know what's
pretty.
crazy about her? For one, she's a terrible actress. This was her like,
she's all right. I mean,
and this is probably her best acting. But I can't tell if she's acting well because it's all like in I assume Korean.
Yeah, I think so.
So I can't really understand if she's actually acting well. In most things, she is atrocious. But
I mean, most stuff I've seen, she's attractive. But like I think in like
Sucker Punch. She's
I didn't see that one. But like usually she doesn't have that many lines and stuff like that. Like
there's a reason for that.
Maybe.
Do you know what's crazy about her though is that she got her start on Real World Hawaii.
Oh really? I did not know that.
Yeah. Like it was like so. Ever since then, every time I see her, it's like The Miz. I'm just like, I will never take them seriously because they got their first acting start.
I give The Miz credit, man. He was The Miz on the show.
He's the worst, is what he is. So her name is Gia, I guess, or sounds right.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's Gia, yeah.
Yeah, and we're back in like 1950, so it's like a year or so in the past, and we basically like they've been alluding to her for a few episodes. We finally figure out why.
I don't say that's my problem. I think with the episode, we don't really figure out anything.
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, it's the girl. She just goes, "Hey, you're gonna die if you go back home,"
and that's tell us right there. Jesus, man.
I don't know. I don't think. I thought there should have been something bigger, a bigger reveal from doing a whole flashback episode. It needed to have a bigger reveal than, "Hey, if you go home, you're gonna die."
Yeah, no,
like, that's just me.
That's fine. I mean, like this was probably my least favorite episode.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It was kind of.
It had some creepiness to it, though.
No, I mean, like her. So basically, she is a Kukumiyo.
Yeah.
Which is a spirit that I've never heard this before. Whatever. So the like nine-tailed fox is in Japanese culture for other reasons, mainly like Naruto, I guess more recently, whatever. But I've never heard about it in this and stuff, whatever. But it was cool to learn about this new thing. But basically, she's this spirit that comes back and like inhabits a body and then takes revenge on men. And she the way she does it is super creepy. She like as they begin to come, these tails come out of every orifice.
Literally about to come.
Yeah, and then they go into the other person, and then she begins to kind of, I don't want to say
soak in their memories.
Yeah, she like takes them or whatever, basically, and then they explode all over or whatever.
And she's got to do it 100 times to be like set free or something.
Because the original person who was Gia, her and her mother, her original dad died apparently, and so her stepfather
Pretty much, I guess, molesting.
Yeah, and then you find out that like he purposely found them because he knew that they were like easy targets or whatever and stuff. And then Tick is in this village. He is I guess I don't say he's like stationed there, but I mean like he's there for a certain like months or whatever. And he ends up killing one of her friends that ends up being a communist spy. Yeah. And so she originally plans to just kill him, whatever, but then slowly falls for him. And because she's a monster, she's never really felt love before. She has a memory of love through all these dudes that have been like fucking in her or whatever. Yeah. But she's never felt it herself, and so her and Tick kind of like he awakens it in her or whatever. But then her tail horniness can't like hold back or something, I guess, or whatever, and tries to like murder him, and then it's like you were saying that like as she's inside of him, we see some future shots of him being like I don't know if he's being tortured or he's being.
Well, it looked like he was chained up from the house or something like that, maybe.
Which I wonder if they have to go back to like Artem or something, maybe.
I mean, it looks like the next episode they might be doing that anyway, but
well, the next episode looks like it's all about like Hippolyta.
Yeah.
So and also
we know she's heading to the town,
and she also I guess has the orrery.
Does she?
Well, it's at least in the coming up video. Okay. It shows it whatever, but so it's showing a whole bunch of like it's like visions of her in like random times. I wonder if she's living out other people's lives because it shows her as this like queen warrior, and then it shows her in like a nightclub in the like 30s, and then it shows her in the future. So I'm wondering if this orrery lets her look through like all like history and time or something, and so she's just living through like other variations of like herself, maybe, or something.
Like reincarnation?
Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. With this show, really, who knows? I mean,
who knows? So I don't know. Yeah. So I mean, I agree. It was kind of like a pretty lackluster episode. It was.
I mean, it's every season has one of those episodes. It's almost a filler. It's like, hey, we have to have 10 episodes. We only have 9 written. What can we do to stretch it? I mean,
I think this one's only 8.
Actually, I think it's 10.
It's 10? Are you sure? Because when I was on IMDb, it shows everybody's amount at like 8 or whatever.
When I was on IMDb, it showed like 10 episodes. Like you can click and it says 10. So weird. I think it's 10.
I mean that makes sense. I mean like HBO normally does 10. I watched Watchman here recently. That one's only 9 because the guy that was doing the show was like, it's done at 9. Like, it's like he didn't need a 10th episode. He said, and said like if they did one, it would just be for like filler.
Which seemed to work out. I believe Watchmen won the Emmy tonight for best drama series.
Oh, I didn't know the Emmys are on.
The Emmys are on. Yes.
I look stupid now.
No. I mean, it's over now. But like when I was watching a little earlier, it had won best. Schitt's Creek won everything.
Oh, nice.
It won all 4 major acting awards and best writing, best directing, best series.
Best eyebrows?
Yes. Best eyebrows, definitely. There was only 2 nominations. That was just the 2 actors from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, no, I would definitely recommend Watchmen. I think it's
I've only watched 1 episode, but I want to watch more of it.
You might be a little lost if you hadn't read the comic.
I've read the comic. I've seen the movie.
I know you've seen the fucking movie. And the comic. I'm talking about other people listening.
Read the comic. It's good.
I'm talking to Daryl, okay? Daryl, read the comic, man. It's just you, dude. Yeah. So, I mean, like, there's really nothing. I mean, like, we could talk about, like, the other like intense moments in the show, but it doesn't feel like it matters.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, like, she has like an obsession with like a Judy Garland or whatever, which I guess maybe the original daughter did or something, or maybe her watching it gives her a sense of feeling normal.
I was actually kind of like, I didn't know, like, would she be able to watch those kind of movies in like 1950s Korea?
Maybe.
Like, I know we have trouble even nowadays, like only a certain amount of movies can go to China and stuff like that. I didn't know if they would just take any movie in Korea back in 1950 or whatever.
I mean, why wasn't there?
I don't know. Why did China just let every movie go to China? They got rules, man.
China is communist, and they want certain information fed to their people. This is South Korea. I don't think that they have the same rules as China.
I mean, it's 1950s. Who knows what the rules were back then? I don't know. That's why I was asking. I thought it might be something different, man.
Fine. I don't know. I assume it's fine. Yeah. So I mean, like, there's like a murder line that's kind of like intense. There's like a nice reading of the like kind of Monte Cristo. Man, I don't know.
Nothing much happened.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, you're gonna read a lot though watching the episode.
Yeah, it's true. So hopefully next episode it picks back up. I'm excited to see like Hippolyta, her character. They've been pushing towards her doing more, so it's cool to see her. The daughter also.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that Dee does something cool as well.
I want her to get some magic.
Okay.
I like that.
All right, guys. So let us know the movie worlds that you would like to live in, and the ones that you don't want to live in. Probably like
most of them. Actually, like most movie world, because you don't want to live in them because bad stuff happened in movies. What?
Yeah, because like I want to say Matrix at one point, but
I thought about that
only
too.
if I could stay in the Matrix. That's
yeah,
I don't want to live outside the Matrix.
And I want to know kung fu and stuff like that.
It.
Like it's cool if you could just download stuff and add a whole bunch of skills.
So basically, what I want is for just me and you to just have like a ship, and then just have like an operator. Yeah. So it's like this. So Allison would just operate, and then we get to just live in there like you do like your martial arts and stuff. I don't want to save anybody. I don't want to do that type of stuff. I just want to have fun.
I don't even really want to fight with anybody.
I don't want to do anything. Yeah. I just want to hang out, like watch movies.
Pretty much like I'd pretty much it would be treated like Grand Theft Auto. We just go around and kill people, and they're like, "Hey, let's just turn into make us look like someone else."
As always, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Into Geek Podcast, Twitter at Into Geek. Do you have anything else to say? That's important.
No. We got anything planned next week?
Probably.
Okay.
I'll have to check the calendar.
Okay. Check the calendar. We got calendars now.
Yeah, guys. I promise it'll be more put together next week. Thank you so much for listening. Until then.
See ya.